Today is Thursday, January the 16th, and this is number 2 of our little tutorial where a friend and I are going to purchase one probably January 2021 call. It's going to cost us probably less than $750, and that will be our maximum loss. And then because he's still trying to understand the whole concept of options, he and I are going to discuss it on a daily basis and see how the call responds to daily price movements. And that'll be a way to explain the delta, the gamma, and the theta. And I'm going to work that with you as well. But we haven't yet purchased our contract. So the reason that we haven't is because when we looked at this yesterday, let's put on the daily here. We looked at this yesterday and we looked at, sorry about all these texts, and we looked at the SMI overlays. We saw that the fast moving SMI is coming down. The slow moving SMI is coming down also. So this is about as high or as oversold as the stochastic momentum index gets. Above this red line, it's overbought. And you can see that we hit this level once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and now for a 5th time. And what's happened each time? Well, this resulted in price actually moved up when the SMI moved down here. Here the SMI started to move down here and moved down rather sharply, and the price moved down with the SMI. Let's look here. The price moved down as the SMI moved down, and when the blue SMI, that's the fast moving one, turned up, price turned up with it. And then it dropped here and turned back up again. And then we had a drop here, not significant change in price. And then we moved up, continued to move up, even though the SMI went down. And then we had a fairly precipitous drop. Now, we didn't drop very much. We went from 543 down to 353 down to this 78.2% Fibonacci, 335. But that was enough to send the momentum index crashing down, and then it started to move back up again, and with it moved price. Here we had hit a peak. But the key thing here is that all along, the red or slower moving SMI was moving up. So it's not unusual to see small changes in price in either direction for the SMI when the longer term SMI is clearly going from oversold towards overbought. And here's where it hit overbought. Now we've got both the short term and the long term, both of them overbought, both indicating that we should be dropping. We actually, from this point on, we actually moved up. Now we're starting the move down. So let's keep an eye on it. The SMI here is not a foolproof indicator. We can see historically, it's not foolproof, but it's a pretty good indicator that the best time to buy Tesla is when it's an oversold position, and right now it's clearly in a long-term overbought position. Let's look at the volume. The volume was just a little bit shy of the 20-day moving average. Let's look at the hourly chart, because we dropped with pretty much of a thud to open, and then we climbed back to support 1 on the Woody's pivots. And volume decreased and then increased towards the end of the day. Now, why did we have the drop that we did? And that's because if we look at tip ranks Adam Jonas from Morgan Stanley gave it a sell rating with a target of 360. Well, that 360 would still be up from where we are, but he's saying that within a year, the stock will end up at 360. Even if it goes up, he thinks it's going to come down, and he thinks it's time to sell right now. So let's look at Adam Jonas, and let's look what he has to say. So you can read in Tip Ranks why he thinks the stock is going down. You can read the whole article. Let's take a look at Adam Jonas. He has a negative success rate. He has a success rate of 43% with an average rate of return against the S&P 500 over 2 years of only 9%. So he's ranked 349, so he's up there, but he's giving you a 9% return. Now last year, where the market had a 29% return, he was up 4.5%. So you just sort of got to wonder how good he is in this case. He's been a hold on Tesla all along. He was even a hold on Tesla as it was moving up. He never told anybody to buy down here. He just said to hold. And now he's issued his first sell warning. So I would want to read that and try to find out why. But we're more interested in looking at the charts. He hasn't, this is the only other thing that he's recommended in the last, which is a hold in the last 30 days or so, Virgin Galactic. So let's go back and look overall now. We've got these 6 analysts in the last 7 days who have said hold, 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 buy, sell. And it's these guys right here, the 600 and the 612, that have got people thinking that there's money to be made on the upside. But we're going to wait, and we're not ready to buy yet. We're looking for a signal in the short-term stochastic momentum index. And then we're going to look at the long-term momentum index, but we don't see the opportunity to buy right now.